exclusively on Netflix. Against the man who dares to dream bigger than them all, the one and only Jake Paul.
My brother is fighting Anthony Joshua. The experience difference, Anthony Joshua was a former heavyweight champion who's knocked out heavyweight champions. Quite the undertaking for Jake. What do you think is going to happen?
Expedition.
Oh, they're going to go on an expedition.
Is that a thing?
Exhibition.
Exhibition.
I want him to cut me up. I want him to break my face. But guess what? He's going to have to kill me to stop me. And I'm ready to die. Seriously ready to die.
I'm going to break his face. I'm going to break his body up. I'm going to stomp all over him. That's my mentality, right? That's a fighter's mentality. And I know what's in my heart. I know what's in my mind. And I'm here to compete.
Are you still being trained by Ben Davison, Lee Wiley? Will Ben be in your corner on the 19th of December?
So no, I won't be trained by Ben Davison. I said that London's a bit distracting for me. So I was invited to train with Team Usyk. So I've been in Spain. We've been doing some good training out in Spain. And I think he's one of the best in the world. Not I think, he is one of the best in the world. And it's not all down to him, it's also down to his team that's around him. So I linked up with them and getting the insight to how someone who's achieved so much has been phenomenal, man. It's been a great experience and it's very challenging.
Wow, I did not know that. So who will be your head trainer on the night?
Igor.
Okay. And how long have you been with them?
A couple months now.
Couple months?
Yeah.
In the darkness, in secret?
No, it's not a secret.
Are you sparring with Usyk?
No, I don't spar with Usyk. Okay. Usyk's, he's training somewhere else at the minute, but he's been in camp, but he's in and out of camp.
Okay.
So right now he's training somewhere else.
Jake, what do you make of these changes? This is some breaking news.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's great. I mean, obviously he's training with the best in the world. He is one of the best heavyweights in the world. We expect nothing less. It's great. And I want the best version of Anthony Joshua on December 19th. And it's going to be the best version of Jake Paul that you've seen, and you'll see who's better.
And the timing couldn't be more dramatic, with the AJ fight just a few weeks away. Jake Paul has taken this battle much more seriously than most fans ever anticipated. As Rogan noted right away, he is gaining more than a couple pounds. Jake is gaining a lot of weight. He has broader shoulders. His traps are coming to light. He appears to have a naturally bulkier frame and is acting as though he is aware that he is going to take on one of the most formidable punchers of our time.
He beat Wallin, and he beat him convincingly.
Yes.
And that's all he can do. And I think that he should take the praise from that and build from it. But he shouldn't want the criticism to stop, because I think it fuels him.
I'm one with you. And I said that to Joshua in one of the interviews that I've done with him. I said to him, listen, like I knew he was very angry with TalkSport and the criticism he was getting from TalkSport, etc. And I had that conversation with him and said, listen, Josh, you should be feeding off that. That's what good fighters do. You feed off that. Go and prove them wrong. Like, that's where your fuel should be coming from. And, I think to a certain extent, he's sort of done that. I said, look, you're like, if people are talking about you, it's a good thing, because that means that, you're doing something right.
What would you do differently if you could do the Anthony Joshua fight again?
That's the problem. We did everything right.
Everything right in preparation.
In preparation, we did everything right. Like when I fought CB, I went back, I could make a whole list of what I did wrong, what I could have done better. But here, we were very disciplined. We did everything and everybody was professional. You can't say this person did this wrong. This should have been like this. This should have been like that.
What advice would you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors, the opportunities close. You have to be game. And then don't get discouraged if you lose. You just lost, man, got $30 million. You should give Usyk a kiss. Say, can we do this again? Don't let this internalize you. Oh, I can't fight now. This white boy kicked my ass. People are laughing at me. No, he kicked my ass for $50 million or $30 million. I hope he kicks my ass again. But this time it might not work out that way. I'm going to kick his ass. I think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to do it more and more and more.
He wasn't ready for Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua was a different thing.
Yeah.
Like it's just, he's got more one-shot knockout
It was
power.
bad game
He took it
plan
more
as well,
seriously
though. I know he likes to switch in, but again, like this is where the boxing is. If you don't have that kind of intellect in the boxing, that footwork and foot positioning is. Put your foot on one side, you're going to get killed. You put your foot on the other side, you're safe. You can kind of manage the power and see the punches coming. But he kept switching stances, but just leaving himself in just the wrong positions.
Yeah, he wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready. There was a lot of hype off the Fury fight.
Also, Joshua got to watch him box in the Fury fight and see some patterns. Fury, I think, probably took him lightly.
Yes, I think so.
He's one of the greatest of all time. This guy's never had a boxing match. At the beginning of the fight, he's like, time to go to school. Like, oh, really?
Jake Paul is training as though he's getting ready for something. However, the key question that Joe Rogan always poses comes with that increased size. How does this affect Jake Paul's ability to box? Because everything is altered when that much mass is added. Your footing becomes slower. Your cardio gets harder. You are not accustomed to the methods used to test your gas tank. Furthermore, Jake Paul has never engaged in combat at this weight. He is going into a completely unfamiliar area. Rogan explained that Jake might have greater knockout power than ever thanks to the additional muscle. With an additional 20 to 30 pounds of bulk behind his punches, Jake's right hand already had a respectable pop.
And number-wise, the biggest fight in boxing history. Ever. Viewed. The biggest viewed fight in boxing history ever. And there's been some great fights over time. That is insane, isn't it? And the highest paid fighters as well. What Jake Paul, they're an estimated 170 million pounds split between these two. But Jake Paul, is he really that deluded that he thinks he's going to go in there and beat Anthony Joshua?
Do you think he thinks he can do it, Simon?
I don't know what
he's not short in confidence.
I don't know what he thinks, but what he does do is he markets himself in the space that he operates in. I don't get this Jake Paul or Logan Paul phenomenon, but I'm not the audience. It doesn't matter what I get. The opportunity for Netflix is that it's a drive to subscribe. They'll pay $100 million. And the wraparound fees that come from sponsorship and the event attendance. We saw that $20 million was generated in gate receipts for the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. So we know this is $160 million fight. We know that it makes sense for Netflix to do it because in the last fight that they had with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, they developed 2 million new subscribers. The average lifetime value of a subscriber is $900. So if you look at that and say they're going to generate $2 billion in potential increased revenues as a result of paying these fighters $100 million, you can see the metrics of it. They're also retaining their base. They're also moving content into a different space, which is sport. So it all makes sense. It's like the mobile phone industry that I knew very well used to sell phones for nothing so people could get the airtime. And the airtime was where the money is. The content delivery is where the subscribers go to and then they pay their subscription. So we all understand the model. As far as the fight is concerned, oh no, don't be silly. I mean, Anthony Joshua can go in his nightgown and beat Jake Paul. The issue is, does he hurt Jake Paul? How curated it is? I debated it with boxers, with Paul Smith and Duke McKenzie and Spencer about would Joshua go in there with a mindset, which is he knows he doesn't have to get out of second gear, so he doesn't have to do to Jake Paul what people fear he might do, which is knock him into the next life.
He goes to Jake Paul. The cojones this motherfucker has, from a Disney kid to YouTube he can fight anyone, get views and make fucking money. This crazy wild boy sends out the bat signal, the British bat signal for Anthony motherfucking Joshua. You know how crazy that is? Now, I'll say this. I don't think any of Jake Paul's fights are fixed in any capacity. At all. Not even close. I don't get down that narrative. Again, I know online that's a fun narrative, all that shit. I will say this, though. My spidey senses will go off if Anthony Joshua doesn't absolutely mop the floor with him. Now, kudos to Jake for taking this fight. My God, dude, you are a brave young man. You deserve every cent for that fight. My word, dude, there's so much respect. So much respect. He worked so hard at the craft. That's amazing. Kudos to you. Here's the reality. Anthony Joshua is a gold medalist in the Olympics. He's a multiple-time world champion. He's fought the best of the best. He's not really over the hill either. If Jake Paul was just another boxer with his resume and his experience, you know, he's about a mid-blue belt. If we're giving you belts like jiu-jitsu, he's probably a blue belt, fighting in main events and all this stuff. If this fight isn't an absolute domination by Anthony Joshua, my spidey senses will go off. Now, that's not to say that I'm not saying Jake Paul has any language in the contract. There's no foul play whatsoever on Jake Paul's part. My skeptical hippo eyes or my spidey senses will come off that Anthony Joshua's not taking this real and he's not putting his best performance forward.
He has the potential to harm AJ if he lands clean. The challenge of landing clean on a former heavyweight champion who has spent his entire career fighting giants is very different. According to Joe Rogan, this is where the true threat is. In addition to his size, Anthony Joshua has a lot of weight-bearing experience. He is adept at setting his own pace. He is skilled at fighting tall. He is adept at managing distance. Rather than the other way around, Jake Paul is entering AJ's universe. Furthermore, gaining weight quickly does not make you naturally heavy. However, Rogan also highlighted Jake Paul's greatest strength, his unrealistic optimism, and his unbelievable capacity for self-belief despite the fact that everyone else believes he is mad. Jake has made a living by surprising those who didn't think highly of him. MMA legends were taken aback by him. His fights with Anderson Silva and Nate Diaz stunned the boxing community, and his rapid development of fundamentally solid boxing astounded analysts. Rogan believes that if Jake Paul wins the bout, it will be through mayhem. It would be through unpredictability and quickness. It would be by slipping a jab, charging in with a right shot that AJ is blind to, and making the fight awkward and uncomfortable for Joshua. Jake is unable to remain motionless. He is unable to box in the conventional manner. His only options are to remain erratic, remain on the move, and make the one flawless shot he has always depended on. More than anything, though, this metamorphosis demonstrates one thing. Jake Paul is fully committed. He is giving this battle his whole body. No one can dispute that Jake Paul is taking the greatest risk of his career without hesitation, regardless of whether people adore him or not. It was best expressed by Rogan. Although Jake Paul is insane, it's the kind of insanity that transforms the